What's up guys, welcome back to another video. I know it's been a while, sorry. Got a lot of updates today, and we're going to be working on my new to me 1984 Mazda b2000. So this is my 84 b2000. I bought this along with another truck that is now gone because a tree had fell on it. It's got the 2.0 engine and a 5-speed transmission. It's pretty sweet. I bought it running, so I have got it to run. I do have a problem though with this factory carburetor. The accelerator pump is sticking and it's idling very high. So today we're going to be installing a new Weber carburetor, and we're also going to be installing a fuel cell because the factory fuel tank has multiple rust holes in it and will not hold any gas. So let's get started. And I figured while I was out here I would mention this. So I did finish the LS12 Z32, and since I've traded it for this is my 88 BMW E30. It's pretty incomplete right now as the interior goes. This is the carburetor we're going to be installing, and that's the fuel cell we're going to be installing. Let me pause and show you what this guy has got. So the main reason I traded my Z32 for this is because the Z32 is pretty rusty, a lot rustier than this, and it kept overheating. I couldn't drive it anywhere. It wouldn't go over like 80 miles an hour because it was a 5-speed, and I traded it for this 88 E30 because it has a red top SR20 DET. It runs phenomenal. I need like an idle air control valve because sometimes it wants to cut off. But other than that, it's been fantastic to drive. It does need an alternator. The alternator is clicking very loudly. It sounds like the engine's knocking almost. But yeah, this is my E30. I freaking love this car. Well, let's get back to the 2000. Alright, so this is the setup I'm going with the fuel cell. I'm drilling holes into the bottom of the bed, putting rev nuts in, and this is going to be what holds the fuel cell. I wanted to put it long ways like this, but the fuel cell is too long. So it's going along the back of the cab on the driver's side. I'm going to put the cap right here. So when I fill up, all I gotta do is get out. Alright, so this is kind of the setup I'm going for right here. I've got both of the mounts mounted in. I've got to drill one more hole for the fuel feed line. This truck with a Weber will have no fuel return, so that would be super easy. But basically, I just clamp this down, and it sits right there. I guess I'll update you guys after I do all the fuel lines, and then I'll start working on the carburetor. Alright, the fuel cell is officially installed. I've got the hole in the bed right there for the fuel line. It's right here. I've still got to mount the fuel filter somewhere so that I can connect it to the fuel pump right there. That fuel pump may be too strong. I may have to buy a fuel pressure regulator for the Weber, but we'll see. Alright, I got the fuel system figured out. Right now the fuel filter is still staying. It'll be fine. This is all temporary stuff, but fuel filter. So that right there's the fuel cell. That's the barb fitting. It goes to the fuel filter here, which loops because of the big loop so it doesn't kink to the fuel pump right there. And that rubber line right there goes to a hard line, and that goes all the way to the engine. So next we're going to put the new carburetor on. Alright, update. I've got the old carburetor off. I've got the studs out for that carburetor. I've got the mating surface cleaned up about as good as it's gonna get. Got the instructions out for the old Weber. It looks pretty good. I've got to go get some Loctite, and I'll be right back. And I'll probably update you guys after the new carburetor is on. Alright, as you can tell, the Weber is installed. It's running pretty good besides this nasty leak. If I plug that with my thumb, it runs a whole lot better, but it's sucking my thumb up. So I gotta get that plugged up. Those valves are a little clacky. I should probably adjust those. And then this is the breather hose to the PCV. I'll just run that to the air breathing. But it's running pretty good now. Alright guys, we're back out here on the B2000 today. We're going to be working on getting a front end on the car. And if you follow me on Instagram, you know exactly where that grill came from. I have massive plans for this truck. Alright, it's a little bit later because it started raining, but I did get the grill on. I still need to put the bumper on, but this thing looks fantastic with the grill on it. I guess I'm gonna head home now. I'm gonna try to drive this home. I don't live too far away, and clear this shit out. Alright guys, I did make it home. This is another day. Don't mind that. I did get all that stuff cleared out of the back. Right now, I'm working on getting the old gas tank out. I actually took this thing to the grocery store pretty much last night, and I blew a brake line, and the old gas tank is right in the way to try to fix that. So right now, working on getting the old gas tank out so I can fix the brake lines and hopefully it brakes again, because right now it has 0 brakes. Okay, I did get the gas tank out, and of course I spilled gas everywhere, but I did try to clean it up. Let's see here. I don't know if you can see it, but right there is a little connector where the hard brake line from the master cylinder connects to the hard brake line for the left rear brake. Basically, I'm pretty sure this hard brake line is rusted out where that connector is, because there was a lot of dirt sitting there. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is pull this section of brake line, which isn't very long, but I'll probably have to pull it, get another piece rebent exactly the same, and reinstall it. So I guess I'll see you guys after all that. Alright guys, I got that brake line off, and what I said happened is pretty much exactly what happened. The brake line is super crossy down here where that connector was. So I'm gonna try and see if I can get a new one bent. If I can't, I'll just order some hardline and bend it myself. Not that difficult, just a couple turns right there. Alright guys, we're back. This is what I went up. This is what I decided to go with. 3/16. That's how big the line is. And then I just got a length that I can make work. I'm gonna have to reuse these fittings here, because those are the wrong thread. But I'll get this bent up, get my fittings on, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I got a brake line bent up. It doesn't really follow the factory line that well, but it was kind of hard to bend it to factory specs. Let me crawl under here. So this is kind of what I got going on. I followed the factory stuff all over here. I've got it in the clip right there on the frame, and it goes over this cross member, and that's where it gets kind of weird. It goes under the cross member, and then it goes around that bed mount, and it kind of just follows the frame and goes over. So it will go into the connector there. Not very pretty, but if it works, it works. I'm gonna get the bleeding the brakes now and see if it leaks. Alright guys, my brake line works, but we have another issue. So basically when I ordered all the brake parts, I kind of gambled and thought, oh, the front calipers will be fine. Well, this is the driver's side. This camera is locked though. So basically, I gotta order repair kit for this caliper. I'm gonna go ahead and rebuild the other caliper too. And I guess when that gets here, we can just redo all the brakes. We'll put new the pads in. I've got new pads. We'll rebuild the rear brakes. Another thing I found, I figured out why the steering was so sloppy. I don't know if I included that in the video yet, but this idler on here is just worn out. You can see that it's moving so much. So I'll get one of those ordered. Hopefully this thing will steer a lot better. But I guess this is going to be the end of this video. Next video will be rebuilding the brakes. And maybe we can start tearing down the Uhaul. That's what I've been building this truck for. Here's the Uhaul. It's gonna be rebadged Mazda. It's gonna be a Ford Courier rebadge. But basically, I want to take out most of the interior on this, put it in the Mazda. I'll put these fender emblems on the Mazda, so it'll save the character. So I'm not too sure what to do about the front bumper yet. This one's really banged up. But yeah guys, I'll see you in the next video.